Shalom, shalom. Back out here Friday. You know, call hello, Yahweh Shemel Rashad for that. You know, I'm about to suit up here and get started, man. I saw the Palestinians over there in the West Bank today out there protesting. You know, so everybody pissed off, man. Everybody pissed off behind Sleazy E. You know, they all out there on Malcolm and Manhattan. Yeah. They're protesting. Boom, 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 boom. You got Satan, Yahoo over there bumming the piss out of Palestinians, man. You know? And hey, it's just the times we in, bro. Thailand and Cambodia going at it. So you got wars and rumors of wars, man. Yeah, I'm crazy. No, I'm the one that's nuts. You got people literally out here shooting and killing each other, man. But I'm gonna go ahead. Before I get started, give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kapadash. Yeah, like I'm saying, man, you got people out here literally going to war with each other, shooting and killing. Everybody mad at me. You know, you got government, you got tanks and artillery in the street. Everybody mad at me. You know, I'm the bad guy. You know, like I said, man, don't kill the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just doing my job. But, you know, I'm talking about all this stuff coming to pass. And if people actually doing it, you ain't got a word to say. All you got to people say. People actually doing the killing and murdering. Ain't nobody up in arms about them. You know, but my little word is so hurtful. It's so mean. You know? You know, words hurt, but bullets don't. I don't get it. Please explain to me how that makes sense. But we're gonna get into it because I ain't got no time to play with y'all. You know, I'm out here to deliver this word, this message. Listen to the wrong about to myself and get my into the house. Supposed to be a storm coming. I just poured down here a few minutes ago, but I guess the Most High held it off for a little bit. So I get busy. Jeremiah 2 and 14. It says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yes, so Israel, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Here's Jeremiah asking, is Israel a servant? And the answer is yes. People are servants. You know, they love being on the bottom. They love that bottom position. They love these damn jobs. You know, you got to get permission. Esau, Edom, so-called white man to do every damn thing. So Jeremiah asking all these servants. Yes, both of Israel are servants. You can't think of being above the oppressed. I can't think of ruling these other nations. They can't fathom that. They can wrap their mind around being king, priest, just in the future. They want to be called king They don't want to rule like a king, man. You can't be a king and want to be a peasant at the same time. No, you got to choose one. For the men of the Lord, he chose one side, man. We want to be kings. You know, we also want to be free in the kingdom because we want to have the law, statutes, and commandments. And our bigger part, you know, you're going to know every single law, statute, and commandment in the scripture. I mean, in the kingdom. So, if you do the law, we can read you the law. Okay, what you? Yeah. You know, what happened now? You know, tonight I've been trying to catch. I can't catch. You trying to catch you? Really? Yeah. I was sick the other day. She said she went to, she was going to D&D. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. All about the timing, you know. It's all about the timing. Yeah, she busy. Yeah, we up here motorcycle with Malachi. Oh, okay. I've known her for years. She lived on Alice was having the short movie here. Oh, okay then. Sound good. Huh? All right, I gotta get back to work here. You know. You can tell me. Oh, it's not going to do it. Oh yeah, go ahead. You can do it. Yeah. You can do what you want. Yeah. Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? He's spoiled because he broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures. In this Bible, he broke the law. He became spoiled. Yeah. Now you got the third. You know? You got you gotta shine them shoes. You know, you gotta bust them tables. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do now. You know, because you became spoiled. You had to do it, man. You had to damn do it. But now look at us now. Like they say, busted and disgusted. You know, nothing like what we long way from what we used to look like. I'm trying to think, who was it? Esdras? He was like he couldn't even recognize the people he was looking at. He was like, "Oh, Israelites?" He couldn't believe it. You know, he was like, "Hey, it can't be. These ain't the people I know." I believe it was Esdras who said that. Esdras, hey man, come a long way, man, and not for the better. Huh? Let's go on. Deuteronomy 28, 43. It says, "The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high." The stranger that got above very high. Jake, you want to go and worship the other God? You want to be like the other nation? Huh? And look what happened. You know, we want to join the party, so to speak. Somebody about to get ran up. He about to get flat. The way I be riding. People get killed left and right on that. Yeah. He said, "Stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low." So we have to do think about you got the northern kingdom and then you got the southern kingdom. It's about it. Yeah. And that's what's going on. All right. So, yeah. We got the very bottom. We got the so-called Latinos. We got, I think, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah. Judah's at the very bottom, man. We're at the very bottom of this. So everybody's got a brother. And even our own brother, man. But as a whole, Israel, the two kingdoms, man, we at the bottom on the whole grand scheme of things. On, on this economic totem pole, if you want to put it like that. We rest at the bottom. All by design, too. You know? It wasn't just some happy chance. Like, we make some bad decisions, which we did. We made some poor business decisions. We had the right business plan, you know. Like we defaulted on some loans or something. Good old spot. Good. To get it right from Vietnam. And it worked. It fucking worked. There was a king in our nation, especially Martin Luther King. He the one set it all up, man. I feel like he didn't set it up, but he carried it out. Okay, he carried the mission. He took the ball and ran with it. Led us to a burning house like he did. Talking about all that, you know, all that I have a dream bullshit. Well, his dream was our nightmare, man. Fucking MLK's dream was our nightmare. Because he wanted to lay down with white men. Came out, MLK was the men. So he had a thirst for white women. All because he wanted to get rid of they got him on the FBI team. Talk about how you want some peanuts, man. Crazy madness, man. But back to the priesthood. I went up on a tangent. Here it is. The way strangers have gotten together, and we go with our hands up looking for a job. You know what I'm saying? We got our hands out looking for a job. You're on the government dole, man. You're on the Section 8 and the government handouts, man. So no matter what, you still begging at the end of the day, whether you're on a job or not. You still begging. You gotta go to that interview. Got clean a little bit. You gotta go in with your nice clothes on. Or your cleanest clothes. You gotta go in there. You gotta coon, man. Get that job. 9 times out of 10. And if it is somebody that looks like you, the person over him definitely don't look like you. The regional managers, you know, you know, them parts of management get a whole lot lighter, man. You know, they might give you a little management position running the kitchen. When you start getting into them district area managers and shit like that, you got to be a special kind of coon to get up there, man. You know, you got to be an ultimate coon. Man. You can't give a damn about nothing. You know, they got in the bubbles, man. Now we in school. All we can do is sit here, beg and pay taxes. Yeah. Go on. 24, 44. So like it, Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. Yeah. You go to these banks, get these loans, these business loans. You got to go to Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man, to get you a loan. You ain't lending to him. He lending to you. Credit cards. You got to go to mortgage. You got to go to him. Come on, well, they got black banks. Yeah, but who sets the policy? Federal Reserve. You know? And Jerome Powell, last I checked, he don't look black. You know? You know, Bernanke, who else? Alan Greenspan. I don't remember none of them guys looking like me, man. So they run the board, man. To put it in layman's terms. You know? So he's gonna lend to you, and you can't lend to him. That's what happens when you become a spoiled man, and these curses get on you, man. That Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they shall put on Israel. So now we gotta, hey, we subject to payments. Light bill, water bill, whatever kind of bill. So many bills out there now, you can't name them all. Life insurance, health insurance, you know, television, internet, car insurance, you know, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. Homeowners, it's paying every kind of bill now, man. Don't none of you so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans need a damn company. None of y'all. I don't give a damn if you got $1 billion like MJ and Tyler Perry, man. You don't own the fucking power company. You still got to go to them to get your power to them. You know, so they can put you on TV like you some, you know, like you made it. Well, actually, you just a higher paid slave, man. You know, they let you buy your gold chains, your gold necklace, get on TV like you're doing something. But if you want to get your license, you know, to do whatever you want to have, man, you got to go in. You want your production, you know, you want to get your filming, your cameras and all that kind of crap. You gotta go to him. You need to rent you a studio, buy you a studio. You gotta go to him. And after it's all said and done, so especially you so-called Negroes, you like to brag to them, I'm self-made. I'm a self-made millionaire. I'm like this kind of billionaire. So who you paying your taxes to, man? At the end of the year, you still gotta pay your taxes. You know, everything you had to do, man, you had to go through somebody. You know, you had to go through the white man, no matter what. No matter how you slice it up or how you try to tell me a story, how you came from nothing. I don't want to hear that shit. You still gotta give the white man his cut. You gotta give him his cut. And he's gonna tell you yes or no. So you're still a slave. I'm a slave. I don't want to hear it. I said, oh, that's got me three businesses. Man, say that bullshit. I don't want to hear it. You so smart, you did it all by yourself. Let's say you did, right? But go in your pocket and pull out the money, man. Whose spaces is on the money, man? Let's get down to it. Whose space is on the money? It don't look like nobody named Leroy Tyrone to me on the money. It's Pedro on the dollar bill. It's Melvin Melvin Jenkins on the $5 bill. I rest my case. I rest my case. So you gotta go, hey, whatever you want, man. You gotta get them East or either, man. It's called white man. You gotta get everything, man. So you still a spoiled, man. You've been spoiled. You a homeborn slave still. You know? You want a job, you wanna go to you want you a nice ride, who you gotta go to? Who do you gotta go to? You want your clothes? Well, I make my own clothes. Black owned. Who you get the material from? Who you bought the material from? Yeah? Who you buying your materials? Yeah, okay. That's what happened, man. When a slave stays somewhere too long, man, start making all kind of excuses. Really Stockholm syndrome. You start hoping, You're like, oh well, it ain't that bad, you know. I don't get beat like I used to, you know. You know, it don't hit me that bad, you know. That's what you Israelites do, man. You start coping, you know. You can turn your punishment into a vacation, you know. You can turn this into Disneyland. Yes. I want to hear your see your damn TV special talking about how you made it. Say that for somebody. Oh yeah, don't even talk about the so-called black one with her degrees. Oh, they don't even get it. They get a degree and they think they the fucking Einstein of the planet. They get a damn degree and don't mess around and get 2 degrees. Oh, you think this bitch fucking developed the nuclear program, man? You think you in the fucking rocket science? Hey man, that's what happens, man. When you stay in Babylon too long, you know. I know the spirit and kind of move, you know, but I'm gonna swing it back that way, man. I'm gonna tie it back full circle, you know. I'm coming back around, you know. I'm just going the long way. So yeah, let's go back to that. That Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. So yeah, be the tail. And who's the head? Esau Edom, man. He's the head. There's no secret. You know, he brings the board. No matter how many of the kings they live up there in Congress and the Senate, you know, especially the Black Caucus. You he still runs the board, man. All right, and you, now why would he let your ass run some shit? He didn't take it. What's the thing? Build up all this and then give it over to you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Does that even make sense? Who wants to be on the ballot? So what he does, he give you a little position here. You know, you can come up here and comb up here in Washington D.C., man. Go on a good show, you know, especially that Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Sharpton, them some platinum queens. That's platinum status. You know, those for Steven in the plantation. And then you got people like Jasmine Crockett. You know, that's a mammy. And the whole Black Caucus, man. They all, you know, they all keeping you niggas alone. Trying to, you know. Still kind of, but they still hanging on. They gotta get you back on that plantation. You know, so they begging and fighting for y'all to come back to the Democratic plantation. You know, you ran to the Republican plantation. They're like, no, 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 you come back on home where it's good at. So we got some butter biscuits for you over here. We got some biscuits and some sweet potato pies for you on the Democratic plantation. They don't feed you good on the Republican side. So no matter what, man, steadily getting kicked in the ass, man, constantly. Democrats then chewed you up and spit you out. Now you ran to Republicans. Won't be long for the Republicans to chew you up and spit you out, man. You be right back on the Democrat plantation, man. You know, these Republicans, they don't sugarcoat their. They just straight up with it. You know, we ain't giving you niggas shit, and that's what it is. You know, you can't help but respect that. But the Democrats, though, we gonna give it to you. We gonna vote on it. We gonna do a study. You know, oh, we just didn't have the votes. The Democrats got a lot of letdowns, man. The Republicans telling you, hey, you gotta get out like everybody else. Do something, they up front, they say Democrats, man, and got a bunch of empty promises, a lot of grandstanding, empty gestures, you know. They can put on a good front. Okay, so that's what it is, man. Now you on this plantation, and you made a happy home. You know, you made it a happy home. Go on. Let's go to verse 65. It says, and among these nations shalt thou find ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. So yeah, you can't get no rest here in America. You still in the captivity. Can't get no rest, man. Always something coming up. You always got some medical condition going on. Some bill past due. You get on these jobs, when you do get a job, you gotta work all damn day. That's a little nothing. You barely making enough to get by. The Lord got for me, I do pretty good than the average, you know. But still, shit is still hot. The scripture speak about having, like holes in your pockets, hard to curse. The minute you save it, you gotta spend it on something else. Some break. Need to do something to the car. dog is something, you know, or need new furniture. It's always fucking something. Always. Can't catch a break. But the scriptures speak about it. You have a hole in your pocket, man. That's part of the curse. So you see the so-called Negro dependent on Native American. You know why they go? Because the fucking curse is on you. What is it? I just said the most I got to think. I do that. You know, but I still got to be careful, man. You know, in a given moment, you have to be back down to zero. You know, one or two slips, you can be back at grandma's house. You know, you can be back at mom's house at any given moment. Hey, that's how people like struggle, that being on the bottom, begging so-called white man. Psalm 20. You know, please, hate, passion, you know? But when you in hell, you got no choice. You know, you got no choice. I'm trying to be in business, get that started. That shit don't work, you know? You know, so you only limited what you can do, man. Being an Israelite, man. You got a lot of snares, man. Meaning the curses. We're gonna take you down the hand given moment, you know? So you ain't got much wiggle room. Be out here experiencing, trying, trying to thin line. Left side, you fall, you go broke. Fall to the right side, you know, it's dead. So you got to be very careful. And these curses on you, bro. You got to move up, proceed with that. You should get be calculated. Think that has a win. You know, it really me. I've been broke a couple times. You know, trying to make some shit shake. Curses on you like a wet blanket. And when I knew it, I was like, it's something don't want me to get this started, man. Because I kept running the roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, man. It was like unreal. So look, I got into this too. Everything, I'm like, oh, that's why that is. Oh, that's why this been there. You know? And especially for the so-called Latinos, you know, they open this one business on my side of town, right? My place been vacant, you know, for like a few years. And they go buy it, you know, they reopen it, you know, open it up. It wasn't even 3 months, man. And the damn roof fell in. You know? The roof fell in on a damn building they just remodeled. Could be the country. That building been standing there for years, man. No problem. And then they get in there, bam. Grand opening, grand closing. I just seen another one in the West Bank. Roof collapsed. And guess who won it? So-called Latino. Curses on your ass, bro. On your ass. You don't even know it. Right? And that's why they doing this work now. I need all the help I can get from the other side. You know, because I'm doing this work. The songs. Psalm 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? So, why do the heathen rage? Why do the heathen plot evil and go to that rage? You know? Why they always want to keep us down? We so it's we just a bunch of niggas thinking through the trees and shit when they came together. Why they concentrate on us so much? Man? You know, we just a bunch of slaves. Why every time you look around, they end up real boom. You ever wondered that? I always wondered that when I was growing up. You know, before we got to this place. How can a people be so mad at, you know, me? I ain't never done nothing to them, man. Like hate your guts. How can they be so racist? You know, you stupid back then. You know, you drink the same water, you breathe the same air. That's what it is like. Really? They be so angry. Fast forward to the day, find out yeah. So like back to it. I was wondering why don't they get a job trying to fire you? You know, all this old dumb shit, you know? When you clock in, they watching you clock in, working and watching you work all day, they lazy, you get a job, trying to get rid of it. Like, man, this shit makes sense, man. And fast forward to what, like 2017, 2016, I think 2017. And I finally started getting into this truth. And it all made sense. These motherfuckers, like, you know, they our enemy. That's what. I mean, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It all ties together. Going to school. I'll never forget, man. It was like when I first started, watching the videos, getting to the kitchen. I went into the Asian store, right? Me and my woman. And I kid you not. It was them Arab women with that shit on with the burqas or whatever, fully covered. It was like three of them in there. And all these Asian Africans. I walked in there. As soon as I got to the produce area, man, the cop eyes locked on me, man. Damn the woman in the burqa. You don't know she got a bum under there, a gun. His eyes locked on me. Motherfucking so-called white cop, man. You don't know what the hell they gonna try to find that shit. But they go to the scriptures, man. They come to the scriptures. Right there, hey, that's true as well. All the fucking people in there. Watch. I just walked in the store. You know, that personal hatred they got for us. It ain't gonna never leave. You know? Let's go on. You can be in the full way. Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thy silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. Verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Yeah, they lift their head. They on top, we on the bottom. So they walk around, they headed now, man. Probably monk, you know, got black fatigue, you know. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel. They have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones. Yeah, they've taken crafty counsel, man. The so-called Africans, so-called Asians, so-called Arab man, so-called Chinese man, and Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They all taking crafty counsel against us, man. I go on these delivery runs and I see them all clicking up, man. And who I don't see them clicking up with is so-called Negroes, man. You know, no one's teaming up with you on a business point, but you go to these other places, that's all you see. All these other nations picking up, but they got you so-called Negroes working in there though. You mopping and sweeping the floors, you working the register. You know what I'm saying? Or you bringing them your money. That's the only thing you doing. So they have said, verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's what they done. They had a good job too, man. Cut us off. You know? We went from Negro, Black, African American, what else? Now FBA. Now you call these FBA now. Foundational Black Americans. You know? So our name keep changing, you know. Our race, it keeps changing, you know. Nobody else's. And it says, oh, let me go over that verse 3. It says, thou hast taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Yeah, we are the hidden ones, man. We hid in plain sight. We walk around and nobody knows who the hell we are for the most part. People in the know who we are. Because when they came out with that damn Photoshop, who was the first people, groups of people they wanted to get the shot after they switched it to the so-called Chinese? They said you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You were the prime target for the C-19 shot, man. You know, and that wasn't just because they love you so damn much. You know, they were so concerned about your health. It goes back to that, hey, man, they consulted against you, man. They confederate against you. Verse 4, they have said, come, let us step down from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. So, yeah, they don't know if it's Israel. They know if it's, African American, black, you know? All the bywords. They're not knowing that verse 5, but they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Yeah, they all consented together, man. You know, they went, they said, they made a tumult, man. How we gonna keep their asses down? You know? How we gonna keep them begging, man? Buying our bullshit, buying our junk and tunnel, you know? How we gonna keep their asses in the project, man? On Section 8, you know? Let's get the next dummy, the rapper, and have them look up to him, man. You know, it's all one big toy, but keep you right where you at, man. Begging, being killed in the street, and you not know what the hell's going around you, man. You know, you just happy to be alive. You know, you happy you can buy a pair of Jordans. You think you made it. You know, you got you 5, 6 pairs of Jordans, and you think you gonna get the big time. You know, it was all one big plot, man. Keep you away from your heritage. Keep you stupid. While they sit back and enjoy it, man. You know, 'cause I'm on my route. This thing. Tell me how the hell all these so-called Arabs opening all these businesses. Tell you that. And here they are. They supposedly done the 911, 9/11 job, right? But yet Esau giving them all the damn loans and shit to get businesses started. What kind of sense that makes? How somebody, y'all keep saying, remember 9/11, but the people that did 9/11, you helping them out, you know? They supposedly attacked your homeland, but I see you helping them out left and right. They got their businesses going, flourishing. You know, but so-called Negro, you're a Negro, so-called Negro, are you a Negro?
My full-time great grandfather was a black man. My full-time great grandmother was mulatto.
On what side?
On my mother's.
What about your father?
No, he was from Wisconsin. She was from Middle Tennessee.
All
And
right.
they always said her great granny was Cherokee.
All right. What about the father, though? See, it's all about the father. But the father said, now, do you know where your father,
French, Irish,
Okay.
maybe some Native American.
Okay. You might be a little older, but we got a photo. So, we have what's called Byzantine, stuff like that. And then so-called white man, so they went around banging them. They want to do.
That's not secret. Makes sense. We just look at the history of civilization, the world, origin of man. Um, Folks, I'm not necessarily. I'm not a Christian. I enjoy reading the Bible. Respect people's choice to practice religion, but I'm not. Anyway, the marked people that they talk about in the Bible, Shem, Cain. You know how they were actually marked?
But don't tell me you got some new theory. Come
Well, they were.
on. Come on.
Cain was in Africa. Tigris, Euphrates. He was black.
Who was?
Cain. He was made white, so he would
Eventually.
stand out.
Right. The
That's
curse.
where the white race comes from.
Really?
Yeah.
But let me tell you,
The black race is God's real
Cain,
people.
Cain, he was a so-called black man, right? But the spirit of Cain,
It was all white.
it went to Esau.
Who else could kill their brother?
Right. It's the same spirit now, but that spirit went to Esau, and that's the progenitor of the so-called white race.
He went white.
So, right.
That's how I got mine. Because they were gonna die in that heat.
Well, the albinos, you can say, like, as somebody started having sex, and the kids keep coming out, they may or not be from the line of Esau, though. It depends what the father is. They might be actually Africans,
And we
Hamites.
all got around. And the thing that separates people is differences. You have tell we're slanted eyes. What age is this? This race is right. Right. So
But the thing
I
is,
don't play the black card. But I'll tell somebody almost as a
Yeah, so that's why now I can't come to you and say you're white. Yeah. So now you got to try the spirit. You know.
Spiritually, I would probably go with. I think I would probably go with Buddhism.
Mhm.
Christmas, when his parents fled Herod's wrath when he was killing all the babies. They went to India.
Who? Oh no. That ain't gonna. Come on, no, they didn't. No, come on. No, they went to other European people.
Look at Christ.
So,
It's Buddhism.
no. You bugged out. No. No, sir. I was following you there for a moment. No, it's not Buddhism. It's changed let people fall a bit off the Bible, you know? This has been around for thousands of years, bro. And it literally, but the Bible condemns you.
The Bible is everything that wasn't foreign money, coffers, imperial wealth.
That's what in the Catholicism of Roman, you know, the Holy Roman, the state, but they best the Bible, you know.
Well, it was a religion. They had certain religions. They had Pantheon, they had Jupiter, they had
Right? Which they was
Buddhism,
into everything.
and they needed to centralize it so they could collect tithes and offerings and pour it into the Vatican Church.
Like they do
One
today.
of the richest banks in the world.
Like they do today, you know, so to speak. Because you could be whatever, like Christmas, Halloween, they incorporated all those, you know, holidays into Christianity. So they want to experience Ishtar. Yeah, it's all pagan.
Ishtar. Why do you think we have bunnies and pigs? They have signs of fertility. She was a goddess, Egyptian goddess of fertility.
Yeah.
Ishtar.
So to say this,
I think it's wonderful.
America.
I just wish all religions would embrace their similarities instead of their differences and say, well, you dance, we don't dance, so you're not a Christian. I think every person is their own religion.
Yeah, but somebody got to be right and somebody got to be wrong. Though. That's the thing.
Not necessarily.
You know? And the Bible is 100% right because
the only thing for sure is the speed of light and relativity.
Because the Bible is the only one with prophecies. You know?
But have they happened?
Oh yeah. They've done all
the final days and
we're in the final
Revelations.
Days.
They've been saying that since God got up and got out of that tomb.
That's what put it like this. It's been the last days since 2,000 years.
But you can't. That's one thing I really don't like about Christianity. They don't embrace life, like Buddhism.
No. Those are secular. Same here. We looking in order to put it like this. This kingdom, this whole it has to go down. Come back. You can't have two kingdoms.
I do believe there was a man. He talked. He's teaching. Jesus.
What was his name? Oh yeah. Which is not his name, but just for everybody knowing about Jesus. So we'll use that.
Now you got
it. Right? Because we like the letter J, and I think it came around like 1600 or something like that. So that's a fairly new letter.
Well, and it's Hispanic.
Yes. And if you go into the word Jesus, well, it's Latin. You can go to the letter, and it means wow. Are you calling this man Jesus? Earth here.
I don't think it's a tongue-in-cheek joke.
You know?
Because they were going to be breaking in all these people's money, believing on something they don't even know about.
And then check this out, man. Look at okay, yeah, Cesare Borgia. I think he was first pope. Who was the first pope? Rodrigo. I forget his last name, but it was Rodrigo something. Rodrigo Borgia, I believe. But look at him, and that's his son. But then look before that, and look at Serapis Christus. And that's where they get Jesus from, Serapis Christus. And now fast forward all that paganism, and today you got this one guy that looks nothing like the guy in the Bible, you know?
I kind of feel like my mother's a fundamentalist Christian. I grew up in a very religious household. And reading the Bible, like I never thought that belonged in that Bible. The teachings were so contrary to the angry God, the jealous God. Hey, you don't touch me. Well, I think they made this way. I think that was a story.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't his wife.
That's a 30-year-old in the 13th century or first century.
But the thing is, this time,
I think they demonized her because they wanted Christ got the look at what they do with God's grace. It's unholy.
which they that's where you get Christianity. So, now they could get married and all that kind of stuff. They could have sex, but they can't be a part of it. You know, so that man did that. You know, they changed that way. In the scriptures, in the Bible, you can have sex with your wife or whatever. You know,
The people in charge of their
so they trying to be like Paul. Because Paul didn't deal with it. Like Chris Paul say, refrain from women, but if you can't, then have sex.
Well, I think
Get your woman.
I'm gay, so I'm not saying this in a negative way, but I think Constantine was a closet gay. And he was just demonized.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
We have the Catholic Church to a place where we can finally hang out.
And just turn it in one big bathhouse, like clubhouse.
Have you ever been to that?
A big clubhouse. You
It
know what
might
I'm
be
saying?
tight. I can't.
But
I gotta watch what the hell I say.
but really, what it boils down to, I won't say it boils down to, but
It's not.
this is
There's nothing about it.
but the piece they had to do it that way during the Renaissance period. Right? After the Renaissance, because they had to come up, so-called white people, they had to come up right in the power. It's all scripture. No other book. Buddha's not gonna tell you.
They did that with finally with the Renaissance, people were like, damn, we're sick of this. How about some music?
Yes,
Art.
because when they came out of the Dark Ages, they were like, oh, we don't know what happened in the Dark Ages, but it was the so-called Negroes that was ruling during the Dark Ages.
Well, who were the
Which the Byzantine Empire, right? But the thing is,
Egypt, pharaohs were black, for God's
Right,
sake.
right,
And that was probably the most advanced civilization we've ever had.
and then Rome, well, the Greeks went down into Egypt, you know, and that's when they started that whole, you know, like you're saying with the Pantheon, the library, and Alexandria. See, it all had to take place in order. It's like, put it like this: the Lord, the Most High, it's His script, it's His movie.
I think
You
the
know?
Egyptians had contact with
No.
extraterrestrials.
No.
Direct.
So to build the pyramids? No.
We can't do it.
The so-called Negroes build those pyramids. With the Egyptians, you know, they're the ones, you know, when you go back to the story with Exodus and all, That's the so-called the real Jews now, not the ones in Israel. I'm talking about the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but primarily the Southern Kingdom called the Jews.
Now, a hardworking bunch of Mexicans probably do it. Did you see the way they cleaned up after Katrina here?
Yeah,
Nobody
right.
else would do it.
Right?
God, my sister-in-law is Latin.
But the thing is,
Crazy about Mexicans and Catholics for that.
it had to happen this way in order for Esau to come up. Because it goes up, you can't fool the world in saying you this mighty person,
Well, and you get
and you
things
don't
like
have a God that look like you.
you get the dark Irish, and you get
Right.
there was a change from Caucasian to darker complexions in Portugal and Spain because was it Gaul? The Africans came from Gaul and invaded Spain.
Well, you had the Moors. You had the Moors that came out of Africa.
Yeah, the black
And then you
Moors,
had
the dark
Hamites.
Moors.
Yeah, you had Hamites, which are really the, Ham. He's like the progenitor of the Africans.
Well,
Cushites
and they
and
try
things
and
like
say
that.
Shem was the one who was cursed with being black.
Yeah, but Shem, Ham, and Japheth were so-called black. That's the thing. Noah.
Everybody was. You had to be to survive in Africa. And that's where civilization started. I would die. And the Serengeti, I would die in Africa, Kenya, without my air conditioning, my water. Yeah, before I moved to San Diego after Katrina, I had no escape. I walked around San Diego for 15 years without sunscreen. All kinds of all kinds of potential cancers. And, I broke my control. I had to right? Yeah, just not built.
But the thing is, say for instance you do go back to the Israelites, right? Because like I said, it's not a couple thing. It's all about the spirit. You have to be an Israelite by the flesh. You can't say, "Oh, I'm an Israelite just because I want to be." You have to go back to the. If I had my chart out here, it was kind of windy earlier, but as time goes on, after 200, 300, 600 years, keep having sex with these different women. Eventually, complexion's gonna change.
Well, that's the first thing you do when you conquer someone. You say, "Oh,
So, but so that's why you got all this uptime. Yeah, it was a lot of that. That was a big thing in Rome.
really?"
I'm telling you. And then homosexuality, that was real big in Rome.
That
Yeah, right? Greeks, Romans. And fast forward today, you got it today.
well, the Greeks,
In DC.
the Greeks were kind of purists. The Romans were just raunchy.
Yeah, what's the name?
Caligula.
I'm just about to say Caligula.
Mm-hmm.
They was in some freak stuff now.
Yeah,
But these are the
I've seen
same
some
people.
things that would make Caligula blush.
What? You said what? But let's say you are an Israelite, right? Just going off your spirit, you seem like you're all right,
I wouldn't be surprised to find that we had Jews in our family. Hebrew. I know that's not exactly what you're talking about.
Now, some of those in Israel go back to our people because we scattered all over the earth, but majority of them not, though, They go back to the line of Esau.
It's not Judaism. It's not Hindu, Islam, Muslim.
Just keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep the law. That's not good. And if you are Israelite, you're supposed to be doing the same.
Well, if you're a human being, you're supposed to do it.
Oh, no.
Maybe not that.
It's the covenant. It's the covenant we made with the Most High on Mount Sinai that we're going to keep the laws.
Look at what we do to the covenants, contracts, and constitution.
And that's why we messed up now. Because we broke the contract.
Yeah, people don't have respect for it. We are survivors. We are, I don't know. There's good people on this earth, but I know a lot of people who would kill their own brother.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And sleep with his wife.
Oh yeah, they do it all the time. Yeah.
Um,
But as an Israelite, you're not supposed to do that. But it's going on. So that's why we need a savior. Come back and get us out of this. You know?
well, we need some.
And
You
he
know,
coming back to set
pray
this straight.
just feel good once in a while. So, you know, I have a hard time with religion though because my mother was so fanatic.
You sound like an Israelite because our people are rebellious. Yeah, you just like what's his name? What's his name? Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck, but you might be an Israelite since you rebellious.
Yeah, that's what
But, you know what I'm saying? So you just might be an Israelite because you're very rebellious. And
yeah, I never got a good grade in conduct.
You know,
all the way through school.
and that's the norm with our people. You know,
Yeah, I've always punching authority, pushing the limits.
you just might be a Jake then. You know?
I'm just a bad sleeper.
Yeah, but that's why the Lord is only dealing with the elect this time. You know,
Man, I honestly wish, and I don't call myself an atheist. I call myself an agnostic. I do believe in intelligent creation. I believe something intelligent creation. No doubt about it. No more best good exactly. If it worked for that, we probably would put those two entities together.
how can a Big Bang put that together? You know, it has to be something higher.
Oh, because that's just dance theory.
Exactly.
The universe really isn't what we think. So,
I mean,
we're only guessing, speculating.
you may be seeking answers, but I know the answers though. You know, but I was once there before too. You know, but I got to give you the law. You know, can't be no respected person up here. So I don't know if you heard this law. I'm gonna give it to you. So this is Deuteronomy 23:17 says, "There should be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel." So if you are, you got to come out of it.
What was Abraham who did in Sodom and Gomorrah?
See, Lot. So yeah, I mean that. But if not, then
Well,
she can live it up.
She turned the song. She said,
Oh yeah, she.
"Lot, I'm over you."
That's because she looked back and she wanted to go back. You know.
Somebody needs to take care of these
All
queens,
right.
and I'm going to go do it.
Yeah. So yeah, he was
The fault of the sea.
So Lot was like, I'm done with this place. He was done with the filthy conversation of the wicked. But his wife wanted to go back, and most women have that spirit. They just want to hang on. They want the good
Women are
times.
caregivers.
They like children at heart, you know.
They're nurturing. We are producers. We are providers, men. And even me as a gay man, I have a hard time committing to relationships, thinking about somebody other than myself. And women just do that. And they can multitask too, because they're childbearing. Any man who puts that on his resume is a liar.
Right.
Unless.
But the thing is, that's another thing that Catholic Church screwed up. Now, as a man, you can have more than one woman. There's many accounts in the Bible where men had multiple wives.
The queens rule Egypt.
But the Catholic Church, the Israelite population, let's put it like that, they put in there, one man, one wife. But you read all these other accounts where all these great men had multiple wives, concubines, you know. But then fast forward today when Esau get in control, like no, just one wife. I mean, no woman can handle a man's sex drive. You know, just can't do it. You know.
That's the way we're built.
Yeah,
That's the way we're built.
that's why we got
Honest to
contemporary.
God.
Yeah.
And when you meet a woman who's like a man,
Yeah. Right. You know, because even then, say for instance, it wasn't all about this sex. You know, but they always help each other, raise the children, take care of the house, cook the food, wash the clothes.
that's what all the women did. They
That's
were
all.
the nurturers. They were the caregivers.
Yeah, so
And
that's
the way it was in my family growing up.
Yeah,
My father was never married.
right.
I don't think he once told me he loved me.
Oh, you might be an Israelite for real, because that's part of the curses. You know, you have, your father have kids, be able to enjoy them. You know, that's the thing with my father. We talk, but I didn't grow up, wasn't raised by.
Yeah, I had a, I was just about 3 years old. My father came back to Israel
Yeah.
the third time. And I was like, man, whatever you've been doing, the military, whatever you believe in, it has fucked you up. Authority, what those people made you and your shipmates do in the jungles. I was like, I'm never going to trust authority. And I
Right.
respect your dad. Yeah, he's still an idol of mine. But if he would do something like, well, you need to go play baseball. Like, nah, I think I'm going to play the piano.
Yeah. You just buck up at anything, right?
Yeah. I was afraid to do what he did.
You didn't want to go down that same. I got you.
Yeah, because I saw what he did to him. And I saw what he did to our neighbors. We had neighbors who were in Vietnam, came back, that shit crazy.
Really?
My dad still has went into my stepmother got me. Yeah, what men and authority do to other men.
See, the thing is, which is true. You get on the righteous side, you're not the righteous side. But you got a righteous person ruling. So that's what I'm out here for. That's what I'm complaining about. We have a wicked ruler over us, man. And that's what I'm out here complaining continually. We've been on the righteous man. This is the name of Jesus. But that's not his name. We're waiting him back. Get all this shit straight.
Well, that orange mess, I feel sorry for him. He's got such an ego, he can't see anything else.
Right.
He's the wealthy child of a wealthy man. And he's never done a damn thing for himself. But anyway, I don't know. I would love to sit down and talk to the man and have a beer.
Maybe you should.
He
knows about your lifestyle.
I don't like Donald Trump.
Who? No, I'm talking about your pops.
Oh, he died in.
Did he?
He died in 96.
96? Okay.
Yeah, he had cancer.
Did he? One of the old time smokers.
Oh, yeah.
Where they had cigarettes with bricks. And they had left. And then
you watch these old movies, things, and everybody's smoking. Kojak.
My grandfather, same way.
And then they make it illegal. It just blows my mind. I went to California. I was smoking here in New Orleans before Katrina. And I went to California, and they would practically burn you at the stake for smoking.
And I'm like,
treated you like you had a disease.
I'm like, all them years just being in the living room with all that smoke, and then you learn about secondhand smoke can give you cancer. Oh, yeah. I remember smoke-filled rooms.
My mother smoked through her pregnancy.
God, no. So you saying you want to talk to Trump, huh? About what?
I did vote for the man, but for some weird reason, I think we could relate. I had a lover who was the wealthy son of a wealthy clothing store owner. Started in South Africa. Yep. But this guy was just useless.
Mm.
Shopping it's what he couldn't make it worse for them. Uh, didn't know how to handle problems around the house.
But he can run a multi-million-dollar company though. Okay.
That's what
Mhm.
well, I was raised in that environment. I can't imagine what a mess these princes and princesses and kings and queens of England must be.
Oh yeah, his stories they got people to wipe their asses for him. You know, literally.
And they take it for granted and expect it.
Yeah.
They
call it.
I would have gotten used to it if somebody was wiping my ass.
If you was raised that way, you know. I mean, it's just something.
Never had to cook
Yeah.
a meal. I can't imagine. I can't imagine the loneliness being
Now that's,
nobody is ever on your level.
see, that's the thing, though. That's the good thing about the scriptures, man. For the Israelites, we gonna get that in the kingdom of heaven. We ain't gonna have people wiping our asses, you know. Everything else, according to the scriptures, we gonna do it. You know, we gonna have all the wealth, whatever we want, we gonna have it. All these other people, as outside of the nation of Israel,
Boy,
and the captivity.
to you, man. After I tell you what I'm going to tell you,
You know,
going to say that motherfucker's crazy. We Israelites don't want it. I've been to heaven. They sent me back.
Nah, it's on the way though. You know, it ain't gonna keep up. Oh, believe me,
it's good talk.
I can't even think about how good it's gonna be. You know, but the thing is, hey,
it is paradise if you don't know what it is. My problem was I found out what it was.
I can't put it into words how good it's gonna be. That's the thing. You can't describe it.
It's
you
paradise. It's bliss.
You know.
Have you ever seen The Matrix?
Oh, that's nothing. That's like the projects compared to what's coming for the nation of Israel. You know. You know. But the good thing about it, if you are Israelite, if you come back to the people, you're not gonna have that lifestyle. You're not gonna be in opposition when people leave it. And you're gonna be married with women and children. You know, I can't get the blame on. No, see, this time around, it's not gonna be up to us. We're gonna be programmed with the law, statutes, and commandments this time. We're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna have your own free will to go off and sin like we do now.
Growing up gay was rough, and it still is when I'm dealing with my family because it's don't ask, don't tell. But I wouldn't give up the lifestyle. I met so many interesting people, done so many interesting things, gone places.
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot of crossover in the gay community because we're all equal. We're all gay. Like African American, black.
No, y'all didn't get y'all asses beat though. Y'all didn't get no dog stick on y'all.
Yeah,
you know.
We did.
And then we got AIDS. Yeah, y'all didn't get the fire hose beat on you. Get your communities firebomb. You know.
We did. You know,
gays run
before the Jews.
Y'all run the world
in Nazi Germany. The homeless, and then the gays went.
Y'all run the world practically.
Well, we do tell people what to wear, decorate the house.
Where the fashion comes from? Gays. Mm-hmm. The music industry is most of the people in the music industry gays.
The good ones.
Movie stores, most of them gays. Well, who runs the finances? Most of them gays. You know, so y'all practically run the world. You know,
it's like the Native Americans called it two-spirit because we understand male female. You know what it is?
Right.
And like Native Americans, the male leaders would use these guys as advisors. Like, all right, man to man, what is she thinking? How do you feel about this? I can't go and talk to a squaw about it. I can talk to another man who's basically,
right,
like a light fella.
But you know what that is, though? It's some of what you thinking, but really, it's a spirit on you. that's guiding you like that. You know,
Well, I think it's nature's way of saying
know?
you don't need to read
it's
this.
it's a demon pretty much. You know, yes, it's a demon on you. You know, because like I said, you really don't believe in the scriptures. Let's say a little bit you do, so you don't majority believe in the scriptures. So what I say, you're gonna be in disagreement. But me wholeheartedly, this book is 100% true,
Man, and I
and
respect that.
and whatever it says is true to me, right?
Because the true nature of our universe is that we really believe manifest.
Yeah, but
If you believe something strongly enough, that's why I don't spit on people's religion. I don't spit on their lifestyles.
I wasn't raised up reading this Bible. You know, I believe me. I've been in the Egyptology. I've been an atheist at times. You know,
But you found a way to deal that doesn't involve literal drugs or pharmaceutical
but it all
medications.
hell. I was about to get into damn voodoo. You know, that's how fucked up I was.
Well, that's the
You know?
master job of the Catholic Church.
You know, I was
Well,
about to get into that.
African too.
I was throwing the devil around in voodoo a little bit. You know, but everything came back to this Bible.
I'm glad you
You know?
did that. Hold on tight.
Oh, I ain't got no choice. I made a vow. I was gonna do this until I get delivered or to the day I die.
Well, we're that's the part of this part.
Yeah.
We're told we're self-aware, and we can imagine, we can dream, we can think of tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Other
sound
creatures can't.
you sound like an Israelite though, man, because you got a very rebellious spirit,
And we can
You know?
manifest. We can manifest based on our beliefs.
and that's what got us messed up. You know, like that. That's why we in the situation we in. That's why we don't know who we are. You know, that's why our fathers don't deal with us like that. You know, all that.
Hell, look at the Puritans who came over here to escape religious persecution, and then they massacred the Indians.
Yeah, but they not Israelites though. You know, they just use the Bible
They were
to
just
justify their bullshit.
white.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't disagree with you on that.
Well, there was the Inquisition.
You know,
Catholic Church had a bit of that, with their witch burnings and
but have you ever wondered why of all the religions on the earth, why did they use the Bible in order to get this done? They could have used the book of, what the Egyptology book. They could have used Islam. They could have used any kind of witchcraft. Why did they use the Bible?
because the Roman Empire was in charge. We were set on the pinnacle of modern times. That's where we get particularly about
Right? Rome was a
everybody they conquered. The British, they were worship.
right,
Right.
right.
They all converted to Catholicism and then Henry came to go promises.
But they couldn't do it with no other book because no other book has power like the Bible. That's why.
Well, that's why Henry VIII started his own religion. So, I don't think that's to go with the Bible. Well, James has to be Bible.
Okay, think about this. Why did they have the slaves and shit? They used the Bible. You know, they had that plantation Christianity. They said, "Oh, love your master." Now it's
Because
kind of
powerful evil people don't care what the hell they
You know?
have to do to whoever, whatever, even their own thing.
this Bible got it's powerful, man. You know,
There are,
this is the only true religion.
it is. I believe at one time that anybody could be saved, anybody could be redeemed, but I am that pure
Okay.
to start. Black, nothing like that. Except and use the power, control. Yeah. And they got everything they want. They'll destroy something. Just live with it.
And it's interesting about this. The Bible is everything, man. It's for people.
It's
You
a
know?
good book.
And it's Esau, man. He's
Read
that
the Bible, but the Psalms,
he can't his
Song of
thirst can't be
Solomon.
quenched. He needs power
there's some freaky stuff
and everything.
Testament.
No,
And
man.
they start messing around with animals and
No.
It's something out of Stephen King.
I don't know what book you've been reading. You must read the Kanye version. You know, Queen. You must read the Queen James.
It must have been. There's some illusion. Anyway, I'm not knocking it. It freaked me out as a kid. Like, I got a dog, and what terrible things they talking about doing to the dog?
It speaks about the Bible condemns bestiality. Supposed to kill the man and the beast. You know, but bestiality goes on.
Well, that's that we were created by basically they were pirates, space pirates.
Space pirates. Oh man.
Corporeal body. They were all energy. They couldn't interact with resources they needed on the earth. So they made us. They took whatever was there, created us, instilled us with this programming to make wealth, reproduction, the gathering of valuables, our prime directive. And they used us as slaves, and that's why slavery was such an easy issue with so many civilizations. You do whatever you have to do to get that wealth for the.
I'm gonna give you this one.
Hey.
Isaiah 55:7. That the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon.
So we wouldn't have civilization without religion. So you still, and people didn't make rules, and people didn't make commands that we had to follow. It would still be.
Yeah, right. Right now, we still under a grace period, so you got a lot of time. Not a lot of time, but you got enough time to still get it right. You know. But that's the crazy part about this, though. People think, "Oh, you out here trying to save everybody." I can't save nobody. Exactly. I'm not even saved. You know. That's why I'm out here doing it. But my thing is to pass the message and tell you, you know, where you're going off at.
You're exercising your faith. You're strengthening your beliefs.
And
that's what all this is.
And I'm the messenger. You know, that's all I'm doing. You know. And I'm just saying, everybody's not gonna make it out of here this time. It's not gonna be like we left out of Egypt with all the Israel pain, you know. And Lord,
we'll all make it out based on whether it's Christianity, Buddhism, being a junkyard.
If you're Israelite, when you come back reincarnated, you'll be back in the kingdom. If you die today, tomorrow, you're gonna come back in the kingdom.
Reincarnation's Buddhism, isn't it?
That's what I'm getting from the Bible. So, like I said, when you come back in the kingdom, you're gonna be straight as an arrow. You probably gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5. But as of now, you got to forsake that way.
Yeah, like I was talking about time. Everything's relative based on who you are, your existence, how you grew up, what you know.
And you know, and not just that, and whatever you're doing. You know,
I've always thought, you know, what would it be like to be straight?
You know, because
what would it be like to have a family? What would it be like to be normal?
You know, because I'm not jumping on you per se, because like I said, we're in a grace period, so we're rehearsing the righteous acts right now. You know, I'm not 100% right on my shit. You know, I'm not perfect.
I don't believe being gay, but being worse than being born. Red. I'm black. It's just, honestly, I think somewhere deep inside there's, and I hope they never prove it, because then they probably start just killing the day babies when they're born.
Right.
That we don't need to reproduce. For one thing, gay men are the horniest, MFers in the world.
I can believe it. Men, period. Get out of here. You crazy. No, what? Well, my friend, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If you're an Israelite, I read you the law. You
Keep
know,
the faith.
and whatever you believe is not gonna get you out of here, man. You know, you're gonna get taken up in this thermonuclear missiles that's coming to America. You know,
That's part of my problem. I had to teach this. I use that now thermonuclear explosion. It generates tachyon particles and I got to come back and live this life all over.
yeah,
Been
and
on a loop for a while because of that damn bomb.
you've been alive for a long time. You know, you've been here before. So have
I'm
I.
still not getting it right.
You're gonna get it right in the kingdom.
I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of it.
Tired of
You
what?
do the same thing over and over and over and over. You know, in the beginning, I was righteous,
See, you was righteous in your own eyes.
professional, did everything I was supposed to do. And these past few times around, I'm just like, fuck it. It all ends the same.
Yeah, not this time around. See,
Well, actually, that's bullshit. I died in a plane crash.
you may have before. Who knows? You may have in your previous life.
I'm not afraid of it.
But this time, don't make it out of here. Because I don't know what the future is going to be. Say, for instance, you did leave here, and the Most High did take that off of you, right? You're still a work in progress, just like me, right?
Yeah, we all are. We're always learning.
You know,
Even, somebody like me who's bitter, bored, and burned out. I'm still learning things every
still
day.
searching.
I
still
still
searching.
learn every day.
You're still searching for something, right?
Yeah, and just
And that's your normal Israelite, man. Always searching for something, you know? You're looking for the answers. And guess what? I got something for you.
well, it's always
Hold
different.
on.
That's the wonder of it. It's like
That's the spirit.
picking up a bunch of ball bearings. They may all be the same. But they're not going to fall the same way.
See, you could have went anywhere in this city, right? But you came this way, right?
Oh,
Well, check this out. This Proverbs, but you could have took any other kind of route, right? Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's going are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Because the Lord has become better. The Lord has become better. He said, man's going to of the Lord. So you might have just say things now. I'm still here, but I'm preaching. I know what the situation is. I see it. So you say it's a hard being. Of course it's a hard being. You know something?
I don't really think about it too much anymore because
I didn't like what I found out.
It's one or two things gonna happen. The Most High gonna open your ears and bring you out of what's going on. You up here to get judged. It's one or the other. So I got another one for you. Listen to this one.
Well, when you get judged, they just expect you to do it over again.
Yeah. But
Like back to Angola.
But this time, it's gonna be different. The next time you come back, you know, Jeremiah.
Oh, it's
10,
always different. It's always different.
it's gonna be very different.
It's strange that
You know?
the same thing still happens. That's some big deja vu stuff.
And that's why
After Katrina, instead of getting these visions so regular. It's that echo fight. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely in love with it. Had a great neighborhood, great family, great city.
Yeah.
I had never had just real unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And it all fell apart. August 20th. I started having seizures. And the seizures and EBT waiting.
Mm.
I was smoking a little crack too. That probably had something.
Just a little bit. Huh? let me hit you with this one. It's Jeremiah 10 and 23. Oh Lord, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So before you got up, the Lord had your day plan for you. And he said, if you're going to come by here, hit judge, or you're going to open your ears up. You know? Just one or the other. I appreciate you. Y'all need somebody to look up. Let me see if I can find this other one more. You know? So you sound like a damn, I hope I can find it. Job 30. Oh, 33. Used to be. Oh, here it is right here. You know, it was used to be. This is Job. Huh?
Europe. Cain had to go there because they made it white. He couldn't live in Africa.
Cain had the spirit of Esau, but Esau, that's when Jacob and Esau.
He was the wealthy son of a wealthy man and had no more. It's like them, who were those boys who killed their parents?
Oh, the Mendez.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got another one for you. This Job 33 and 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men and slumberings upon the bed. Verse 16, then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instruction. So, like I said, before you even got out of bed, the Most High had your day planned for you. For you to walk by here, either to wake up or get down and lay down. To put it frankly, if you're going to get down and lay down, you know?
I remember talking about Job. A kid realized that the shit got put.
So,
And I said, well, Mama, that's just like Aunt Georgie. She's got one thing, another, and she's crazy. So, was Job crazy? Dealing with all that shit, knowing it was coming from God?
oh, wow.
Good Lord.
So, I'm going to tell you like that, you know, but if you don't want to get down with the Most High, you know,
I'd like to, man.
I got to give you your judgment. You know,
There are nights when I'm wishing want there to be a God. I wish.
hey, a fool said there's no God. Scripture said a fool said there's no God. Look around. How can you say there's no power?
There ain't one that made us in his image.
Oh, yeah.
Even his long before days that did that. Like
I'm going to tell you about this.
closer to a bolt of light.
Well, this is Malachi 4 and 1.
Plasma energy.
For behold, the day cometh that the sun shall burn as an oven. Not the sun. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, says the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Now, how that's gonna happen is during World War III.
Hold on to your faith like a lifeboat on the Titanic.
I got no choice. I made a vow. I was gonna do this. I gotta do it. That's it. You gotta drop. I mean, that kind of commitment. That's it.
I grew up not trusting anybody.
I've been there.
And
I've been there.
I can't.
I believe in all kind of bullshit religions, Christianity. I believe in all that bullshit, you know.
Yeah,
But then I got the truth. All that shit went away. All my answers got, all my questions got answered. And I was totally convinced once I heard this.
hold on to it. Hold on.
So I'm gonna keep holding on, But you got to get right. You either got to get down with the Lord or you got to lay down. That's it.
I can fake it.
Hey, I can get another precept for that one. Most of us say, all the hearts of men. You can't get none past them.
I'm just grateful that we have this existence, no matter what it is, where we can interact with other people, where we're not isolated.
Hey, enjoy yourself. You could believe what you want to believe, but you can't say, hey, I didn't tell you. So when I see you in the kingdom, you can't say, and I'm gonna say, hey, no, you can play that fake bet. I told you that, right?
Everybody was in own fishbowl sphere.
Yeah.
There was no interaction, and we didn't care because we were so happy.
Hey, I told him, when you get 35, so hey, I think that's maybe, is it 37 or 35? I can't find it.
Yeah,
my mind's racing so quick, so fast. I mean,
everything fell apart.
Well, I started asking. You're gonna have to. You're going to meet your maker. The truth again. You don't remember. You met him before. You've been to the spirit world before.
It's a great time to be alive. It's not the dark ages. We got toilet paper. We got internet.
Well,
we got jets.
Like they say, all good things must come to an end. And we close to the end. Okay. The mark of the beast is here.
Well, and that's what we are. We all.
All right.
Whatever you believe in, like dreams.
Hey, somebody's gonna
dreams
be right.
Dreams are a hell of a lot more powerful than you realize. Like real.
Somebody's gonna be right, and somebody's gonna be wrong. And I'm telling you right now, I'm right. So, hey, but if you don't want to, hey, and enjoy the world.
Keep talking to sinners like me, man. Hell bad.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. I can't force nobody to get this. I can only tell you what the law is, what's gonna happen.
And I honestly respect that, and I'm jealous. I'm always a born cynic.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm just doing my job, man.
Yeah. I was in a bubble called heaven, and I had to start asking questions. What's this all about?
Well,
who's in charge?
Well, hey, that's what the Lord got today, man. Get down or lay down.
Keep the faith. I really enjoy talking to you. You have a good one.
Hey, like I said, hey, if you're Jake, you gotta come out of that now.
All right, man.
All right. We're gonna close out with Romans, Let's see. We'll go to Romans. He sound like a Jake. know, always seeking answers, confused, you know. So he might be an Israelite, man. You know, that's our people, man. We always searching for something, you know, constantly studying books, but never coming to the truth of, you know, coming to the knowledge of the truth, man. Constantly searching, you know, never ending studying, but never coming to the truth. You know, this is our people, man. I was once the same way. I was once the same way. Let's go on. This Romans 1:24. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts and minds, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Verse 25, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. So who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie? Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man. So you can do what you want to do. You can lay down who you want to lay down with. You know, you can scissor. You know, you can bump uglies with the same sex. You know, so that's why people get this bugged out doctrine from, man. Verse 26, for this cause the Most High gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural youth into that which is against nature. For the Most High gave them up to a vile affection, you know, an evil spirit, a demon, to make him go off and become a homo, man. You know? That's putting it lightly. So the Lord did that to you, man. Because you burned in your lust in your past life. And you come down here on earth to get your judgment, and the Lord made you a homo. And it says, so they left the natural use of a woman, and with a woman, a man has sex with a woman, and he produces children, right? So that's how the Most High made it, man and female. So he left the natural use of a woman, and he's chosen men. Verse 27, and likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the women, also like it. That's 26 talking about women on women. 27 is talking about men on men. 27, and likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of the error which is met, and that error is going against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, and you laying down with another man. That's the error. So he's burning his lust. You know, he's like, oh, he can't stop having sex. You know, gay men are the horniest men. Yeah, because you got a demon on you, man. That's why you so damn horny. You know, you got a demon inside of you, a evil spirit. And like I told him, you know, you got to get that off of you. You got to come out of that homosexuality, man. Just, you know, and not just that, other things too. It's a whole process. But that homo demon is a strong demon, though. Not many men. It's a very powerful demon. It takes a lot of praying and fasting to get that off. that demon is there. And, well, you got to eat your lunch to get that one off you, man. You better be working on in the scriptures, you know, and staying prayed up. It says, verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So the Lord gave you over to that, man. He turned you into a homo, you know? So you can say, oh, I was born gay. Hey, you just damn right. The Lord turned you into that, man. You know? You know, the Lord did that to you. I don't know what you did to him in your past life, but he got your ass back. You know? I don't know what the hell you did to the Lord in your previous life. And he fucked you over there. if he put that spirit on you. You know? Let me go and get out of here, man. You know, I pray this video was edifying to the sense of Yakin, man. The elect, hey, Shalom. You know, another thing, that's why y'all niggas don't want to come out here, man. You got to deal with people like that. You know? You scared to talk to people. You're afraid you might get jumped on. You know, you're scared you might get stabbed, shot, robbed, whatever the case may be. But you got to endure like a good soldier, man. You got to come out here no matter what. Like I told him, I'm going to keep doing this until the day I die or the day I get delivered, man. That's it. You know? And you know, if I got him, give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakadash. Shalom.